Oh. Here, swap with me, man.
Good morning, guys. We are walking out of Starbucks, which should give you an indication that we are feeling better. But that was a rough 24-ish hours, to say the least. And we're still recovering. We'll tell you the full story maybe in a little while, but just wanted to check in, say good morning. Happy Vlogmas. It's be Vlogmas Day 23. We're almost there. Not only that, this kind of threw a wrench in our work because we had so many last minute things to do as far as Christmas goes. So we'll see what we can do. Olivia's still, she's behind me a little bit, so she's still really, she's worse off than I am right now. So that's why I kind of got Harper going. I'm gonna try to eat something and drink some coffee. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted for sure. Hey, on your bottom, please. On your bottom, please. We're watching some Curious George. Harper is climbing on chairs and trying to sit like a big boy. Right? So Dad's feeling a lot better. I mean, definitely not 100%. Weak for sure. Mom, what happened was, so remember I gave Mom this, gave Olivia this winter candle from the White Company the other day? Well, we put the other one away from him, but we weren't looking for a moment, and he found it, and it broke everywhere. So I grabbed him so he wouldn't get glass all over him, took him to the other room. Olivia cleaned all this up, you know, vacuum, wet, all that kind of stuff. Well, that was so strenuous on her, she had to lay down. She felt queasy again, which is the way it goes with this thing, we found. So, yeah, so Harper probably needs to take a little nap. We just had some lunch, we ordered some Greek food, some stuff, but his appetite is still not back. I mean, he seems to feel right, okay, and he seems to be eating some stuff, but not nearly what he normally does. So, Olivia cleaned up all this, thankfully, because it looked like a third world country that with no trash service in this place after yesterday. But as you see also, Mr. Man, I took off his pajamas because they were kind of nasty. And he's in need of a bath himself. So we're slowly but surely getting back together. We have so many things, at least I have so many things I need to do for Olivia and for Harper for, oh man, we were planning on last night, getting his picture. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, people. We're gonna see. This is a major wrench, plus the services this weekend, lots of stuff going on. Merry Christmas, Harper Ellis. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Just getting ready for Christmas Eve services. I'm actually listening to Bach, Advent and Christmas cantatas. You know, Olivia and I met in classical music school, in case you wondered. So we do have this affinity. Olivia was an opera singer, all this kind of stuff, and I really do love Bach. He wrote a cantata for every day of the Christian calendar, so every Sunday of the Christian year based on that theme. So he wrote Advent cantatas and also Christmas, because Advent leads up to Christmas. Christmas is 12 days, so there were at least 2 Sundays in that. So I'm just enjoying that while Olivia and Harper took a nap. And we have this, I don't know if you can see it, but we have our online planning stuff. It's called Planning Center Online. And so we have all the people who are, as you can see, there's lots of people who declined because they're out of town for Christmas. All the people who are serving on the teams, on the production aspect, sound, video, etc. The band, the vocals, and then this is where we put all the songs and the special elements, the times, so we can keep track of our time. And this also allows you to listen to the songs. So we have them in the different keys, we have the music, we upload and keep track of all this. So when you hear me talk about doing lots of computer work, a lot of it is involved in this. But also, I then put it together on Saturday nights, which is why I go to bed so late, into this program called Pro Presenter, which goes on the screens, and this has all the lyrics, etc., and the sermon slides and PowerPoint presentations and all that kind of stuff. But our Westbury campus is not, they're going in the round, which means the stage is in the middle, so they don't have a projector. So they are actually doing old school style lyric sheets. So I'm making that right now. So I'm taking all the lyrics, putting them in a 8.5 by 11, somewhat presentable so they can know the words to the songs. There you have it. So that's a lot of the stuff that I have to do that I've been freaking out about because I've felt so horrible even sitting in the computer. This is the first time that I've felt like I can't. Merry Christmas.
Update. We are stuck in traffic. We've decided that we are going to attempt to get Harper's Picture with Santa. It's 7:13. They close at 9, and we are in standstill traffic.
We're gonna do it.
Hopefully we'll get there at 7:45.
It's gonna be fine.
Ben feels completely back to normal, I think, right?
Close. I'm still a little weak and plus you haven't eaten a lot, so.
Yeah. I still feel pretty crappy.
You're behind me.
I just feel like, first of all, my lips are so dry. Are your lips dry?
Not anymore because I've been chugging water and
oh my gosh,
even got some coffee, so my caffeine was dry.
I can't put much in my stomach or I start to feel sick again. So I'm still really dehydrated, I think. But I've got all this skin that's coming off of my lips. Ugh, it's so disgusting. But I managed to give Harper a bath. I can't even barely pick him up. That's how weak I feel. So basically, I didn't teach today. There's no way I could have taught today. I slept most of the day. So I am feeling much better, and I will definitely teach tomorrow. I'll probably teach from the floor. I'm hoping I can find somebody to ride my bike for me so I can just teach from the floor. And, yeah. So, I'm trying to make complete sentences. So basically what happened, I feel like we should kind of fill you in on what happened. So basically, Ben, woke up yesterday morning just feeling sick. And I was like, oh, sweet. I have dodged this bullet. Ben just felt really sick. So we came home after my class. I felt fine. I rode my class yesterday morning. And it was a great class. I felt really good. And then we came home, and Harper and Ben went immediately to lay down because this thing is a very motion driven virus. I know that sounds weird, but as long as you're being very still or laying down, it's not that bad. When you get up to move, to actually do something like to go to the bathroom or anything, you immediately start really feeling like almost like severe motion sickness, like you're just gonna throw up everywhere. So as you can imagine, having a 16-month-old who needs to have diapers changed and all of that, that was very challenging. And so basically they laid down. I cooked myself some Ezekiel toast and had a yogurt, which was all I had eaten that day. And then I watched a little bit of YouTube, and I felt okay. I did feel like my stomach was a little crampy feeling, but I was like, oh man, I'm just having sympathy pains or something. I didn't feel nauseous. I just felt a little weird, but I was just like, oh, I'm gonna lay down with them and then get up and go to Soul Cycle like normal. And so I laid down.
Well, in the meantime, I had started throwing up.
Oh yeah. In the meantime,
I held back as long as I could, but finally, after just jostling around a couple times, I just sprinted to the bathroom and started throwing up. It's just the worst. It's just the worst.
And I'm telling you, neither Ben and I get sinus stuff frequently, but that's just because I've got issues in my sinus cavity, but I don't get throw-uppy stuff hardly ever, and Ben doesn't either. I got sick. I actually got food poisoning one time when I was pregnant, but I never even had morning sickness really when I was pregnant. Let me tell you, and this is a lot of information, and I apologize if you don't want to hear this, you can just fast forward. But it just was very violent. Like, I'm talking, my whole body would like, just like, it wasn't even like, oh, it's coming, you know, like sometimes you throw up and you're like, oh, it's coming, and then you just like throw up. This was like all of a sudden your whole body was like, oh, like it just like, like seized. There was no, but it was like this like seizing of every muscle in your body. And I have had more issues with, my body was so sore last night, like all my joints, my hips. Now that I experienced a lot when I was pregnant, like that was the only thing I would ever feel. I got body aches like often. And so I finally, after like fighting it, I got up. I mean, I was just up and down all night long. Ben was able to somehow just like sleep. And I would go in the living room for a couple hours, and then I'd go in the bedroom for a couple hours, and then I'd go in the living room for a couple hours. I just went back and forth trying to like just change my position to hopefully get some kind of like comfort and relief. But it was just until I finally got to a point where I was like, okay, I think if I take some Tylenol, I'd thrown up so much that I was like, there's nothing left in my stomach. I think if I could stomach a little bit of water, I could take some Tylenol, and that will take care of. In addition, we both got really high fevers. We both got 103 fevers. We was like one of us was 102.8 and one was 102.9 or something like that. Like, that really
high, but I don't know. I mean, I took acetaminophen right after that and it helped.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very high fever. I mean, that is a straight up legit, like not like, oh, I have 100. You know, that is like a straight up temperature. But anyway, so about 4:30, I'm kind of jumped ahead. But about 4:30 in the afternoon, I had gotten up, put on all my makeup, was in my SoulCycle clothes, was getting ready to go, and was just kind of hemming and hawing because I was starting to kind of feel not that great. And I just will never forget, Ben was laying in the bed and he was going, it's coming, you better not go. I'm telling you, Olivia, you're not gonna be able to hold it. And I kept thinking, well, if I feel nauseous, I can hold it back. I can have somebody ride for me and I'll just kind of hold it. Ben was like, I'm telling you what, you're not gonna be able to hold this, and it's coming. And I'm so glad I listened to him, because about 7:30, I mean, and leading up to that, from about 5:30 on, I mean, I was just holding it back, like, and I finally just couldn't hold it anymore. All this to say, the last 24 hours was really rough. It does, though, I will say, I mean, it lasts 12 hours. The terrible part is 12 hours. Now, there's like the after effect. I just feel so weak. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you feel that way. I mean, like, the picking up Harper is like picking up 1,000 pounds, and he, bless his heart, his appetite still isn't back to normal, and he's lost a little bit of weight. I mean, he's eating, but you know, anyways, so that's that. So say a prayer that we, I cannot believe we're doing this right now, but I just kept hemming and hawing about it all day, and I thought to myself, if I don't go and at least try, I will be so upset and so mad. Like, my mother-in-law bought the most precious outfit for him, and I mean, regardless, I'm gonna go. Even if he doesn't get it tonight, I'll take him down to, like, you know, what you call it, Rockefeller Center, get a picture in front of the tree or something, because, I mean, you know, anyways, so I'm just hoping. Yeah, I look like death. I mean, I've got this huge sweater, these amazing velvet jogger leggings that I got at Target.
Harper, you ready to see Santa? Oh. Harper,
Oh. Here, swap with me, Ben.
Yep.
Here, swap with me.
Okay,
It's okay, baby.
don't think it's gonna happen, guys. Yeah. Well.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Wow.
All right.
So much for that.
Mr. Harper, what was that all about? Huh? What was that all about? You don't ever do that with strangers. You're always so Mr. Social. Now, is Santa gonna come see you acting like that?
Now, Harper Ellis, what is Santa going to bring you now?
You didn't even get to talk to him.
I don't know, Harper. You might get cold after that showing. Well, Daddy.
Well, that was
a little traumatic.
a little traumatic. Maybe a rite of passage, maybe? I don't know.
So I'm sure you saw the vlog footage that we took. I think, you know, it's just so interesting, I think, as being a first-time parent. You just don't know what to expect. I mean, next time I know how I will do it differently. You know what I mean? Like, I will go at a time where we don't have to wait in line. I'll go much earlier, obviously. That's an obvious duh. I will not go at, you know, in the evening. I'll go earlier in the morning when he's a little more fresh and, you know. And I think we just should have eased him into it a little more than just like trying to plop him on his lap. I mean, he had been, also, I made the rookie mistake of taking him out of his stroller a little bit too early. So of course we took him out of his stroller, you know, because he was starting to just get really crazy. And so I was just kind of letting him walk around just in the little area where we were. Well, every time we would try to pick him up or corral him back in, he started doing that arching the back, like just because he, you know, we'd been in that line for like over an hour at that point, you know. He just was ready to get down. And so I think, you know how like when a baby doesn't want to get in a stroller and you try to put them in a stroller and there's the whole breakdown, that's kind of essentially what happened.
Yeah, it really seemed sort of independent of Santa. It was like he does when we're at Soul Cycle and he doesn't want to, or we're at the playground and he doesn't want to get back in the stroller. That was his reaction to Santa almost.
It was like he didn't, like we were making him sit back down again. We walked him over there. Didn't we walk him over there?
Yeah, I just walked him straight, that was also a dumb mistake. I felt pressured because everybody was trying to go so fast.
Yeah.
And that was a dumb mistake on my part too.
We should have just been like walked him over there, carried him over there and been like,
maybe even sat down
like,
next
look,
to him.
it's Santa. Like, you know,
and then when he was ready, give him to Santa.
Right.
And if anybody had a problem, be like, you can wait.
Yeah. We just like, I think we were trying to rush the whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And he's usually just so social with everybody that we didn't have any reason to suspect that he might be a normal child.
Right. I mean, like, you could literally on most days hand Harper to anybody and he'd be just fine. But I think it was just a perfect storm of a bunch of, and I think also, you know, the last handful of days have been really rough because he was sick and he hadn't really eaten. That was the other thing. He was really hungry. He was just eating like little puffin cereal snacks.
And like one of the parents in front of us who had a when I say bad childhood, kept having fits the whole time through the line. She had a fit, then she pulled her off to the side, then she went back. She was like, I'm getting my photo.
And we should have tried
just
that.
Been like that. But what a good Southern people who were like, oh no, we don't want to bother the people in line. And let me tell you, up here in Long Island, they don't care. So
anyways. And I think also, I mean, we're just not in our right mind either because, I mean, I still don't feel that great and, like, it's just, oh my gosh. Like, we don't have any food in our house and we don't have anything to eat for Christmas Eve or Christmas. Like, and there's no time to get anything.
And you know everything's going to be closed.
Everything will be closed, so I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. So, we'll figure something out.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. Anyway. It's going to be great.
Gonna be something, that's for sure. So
okay,
so I think we're gonna wrap it up there.
Yes,
headed home. I gotta go to bed because I gotta teach in the morning. So yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
When you guys see this, it'll be Christmas Eve.
It'll be Christmas Eve. Yeah, I hope you are spending time with family and loved ones and having a good Christmas Eve. So
That's right.
we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Dad bought me some hand soap from Bath & Body Works, which y'all know I've been trying to do for days and days and days. So he had to go out and run an errand earlier today, and he picked all the flavors. Like the other day, we were in Bath & Body Works, and the line was just too long, but I had a whole basket, and I had 4 hand soaps, and he picked the 4 that I was.
And I didn't even pay attention the other day.
And he
so
didn't
I
even know.